topic, not question. BIMSTEC. Have you heard of this international organization? Full form? चलो काफी हद तक सही बोला, कुछ कुछ वर्ड्स गलत बोल दिए, बट कोई बात नहीं. एटलीस्ट यू कैन रिकग्नाइज दिस. इट स्टैंड्स फॉर बे ऑफ बंगाल मल्टी-सेक्टोरल टेक्निकल इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन. ठीक है. बिम्स्टेक इज बेसिकली, ये ग्रुप पॉपुलर होने लगा आफ्टर 2014 नहीं, आफ्टर 2016. बिफोर दिस देयर वाज वन ग्रुप व्हिच वाज वेरी मच एक्टिव, but now nobody talks about that group. That group was full form South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation. South Asia. What is the difference? Like why SARC failed? One of the main reason was Pakistan, because everything India was trying to do to improve regional connectivity, regional cooperation in South Asia, one country that always stalled everything was Pakistan. जैसे for example, when India proposed कि let's have a energy security pipeline, TAPI. Have you heard of TAPI pipeline? Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. Each of the country agreed for this, but when it came to join those pipelines from Pakistan to India, Pakistan refused. Then India proposed a motor vehicle agreement among the SARC nation, Pakistan refused. India proposed a SARC satellite, that India will launch a SARC satellite to improve connectivity in the South Asian region, Pakistan refused. उनका कहना था कि India will keep a eye on Pakistan using that satellite. बेवकूफ, वो तो हमने वैसे भी रखी हुई है. Like why we need a special satellite for that? Anyways, so SARC was turning out to be a failure. However, then the Indian diplomacy shifted to a new group which almost has all the same members of SARC only, and leaving Pakistan. Like SARC has Afghanistan as well, and BIMSTEC do not have Afghanistan. उसमें अफगानिस्तान की कोई गलती नहीं है, but because of this uncertainty we are shifting to BIMSTEC now. Why BIMSTEC is in news? BIMSTEC has came out with a charter, BIMSTEC Charter. This BIMSTEC has recently achieved an important milestone with the charter of the grouping coming into force on 20th May 2024, just a month back. Now what is a charter? क्या मतलब होता है चार्टर का? A legal document that gives that how this group will be running, what will be the administration, secretariat कैसे चलेगा, ये बेसिकली एक लीगल फ्रेमवर्क प्रोवाइड कर देता है चार्टर. इससे पहले जैसे क्वाड, I have mentioned Quad yesterday. Quad is right now, these 4 countries are meeting annually, but there is no official group. एक international organization अभी बनी नहीं है. It is missing those stages. Although they are meeting, okay, they are meeting on the sidelines of some summits. जैसे G20 में मिले तो Quad groups की एक meeting हो गई, BRICS group की एक meeting हो गई. All right. So BIMSTEC has now officially came out with a legal official document which will be binding on all the members of the BIMSTEC. इसी वजह से ये न्यूज में आया, इसी वजह से फिर हम BIMSTEC के बारे में थोड़ा सा देखेंगे. So what is BIMSTEC? Basically it is a regional organization that comprises 7 members. This type of questions are very much important for prelims, where UPSC will juggle through the members. Options में which of the following pairs are not there? आजकल pairs वाले क्वेश्चन ज्यादा आ रहे हैं. Okay, if you go through PYQs आप समझ जाओगे मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ. This type of questions are very famous. So the members are, now if you focus, BIMSTEC is geography, Bay of Bengal. So याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ऑटोमेटिकली मेंबर्स आप याद कर लोगे. You just need to take care of the members around this. So India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Thailand and Myanmar. All those who are surrounding Bay of Bengal. Cooperation among them. So it was formed in 1997 with the aim of promoting multi-facet technical economic cooperation among the countries of Bay of Bengal region. The region covered by BIMSTEC is home of 1.5 billion people with a combined GDP of 3.8 trillion. So that means a huge lot of people, a good population is dependent on this group. Origin: in 1997, BIMSTEC was created through Bangkok Declaration. There was a declaration which was signed at that time, and from that declaration this group was created. Earlier it was BIMSTEC. इस ग्रुप का नाम पहले BIMSTEC से क्या था? BIMSTEC था, जिसमें सिर्फ 4 मेंबर्स थे: बांग्लादेश, इंडिया, श्रीलंका, थाईलैंड इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन. दिस वाज द फुल फॉर्म. Later on in 1997 Myanmar joined and 2004 Nepal and Bhutan joined. So the most recent members are Nepal and Bhutan in 2004. रुक जाओ गाइस, पहले सुन लेते हैं फिर लिख लेंगे, मैं टाइम दे दूंगा आपको, अभी समझने पे ध्यान दो. Now what are the key features of this charter? ये जो चार्टर इस मई में लेके आए हैं, what are the key features? The first is international recognition. So BIMSTEC is now having a legal entity. ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक लीगल तौर पर एग्जिस्ट करती है, allowing it to interact directly with international organizations on the matters of diplomacy and cooperation. When you have a legal entity, you can now engage with international organizations. All right? Shared goals. So all these countries, they have some common objective with focus on building trust and friendly relation among the member state, accelerating economic development, social progress of Bay of Bengal region. ये पॉइंट बहुत ही कॉमन है, हर इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का ये एक कॉमन पॉइंट रहेगा, एंड आपके आंसर्स में भी ये कुछ कॉमन पॉइंट्स आने चाहिए. एनी इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कम्स, यू राइट म्यूचुअल कोऑपरेशन, इंक्रीज टाइज, स्टेबिलिटी, पीस, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ, environment protection, all these things are common. So your answer should also have all these common points. हर आंसर में ये कुछ पॉइंट घुसेड़ दो, ठीक है. Structured organization. A clear framework is established for BIMSTEC's operation, outlining regular meetings and summit, ministerial and senior official levels. So now after this charter, इससे पहले BIMSTEC के जो summits होते थे बहुत ही ऑफलाइन होते थे. There are not regular summits. Like why G7 was in news in the month, like a week back G7 was in news. G7 has annual meetings and India is a member of G7, or yes or no? As of now we are not officially entered G7 nations, but every year we are attending the meeting of G7 as a guest country. पिछले 4-5 साल से मोदी जी जा रहे हैं लगातार. So those summits are happening every year because of a legal status. लीगल स्टेटस है तो वो लीगल ऑब्लिगेशन है, उनका एक सेक्रेटेरिएट, एक हेडक्वार्टर है और उनको मिलना पड़ेगा. अब बिम्स्टेक में भी आप देखोगे कि देयर विल बी रेगुलर एनुअल मीटिंग्स दैट विल कम एवरी ईयर. सो द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज बिकम स्ट्रक्चर्ड, expanding membership. Now even BIMSTEC is thinking of expanding its membership. The charter paves way for the future growth by allowing countries to join BIMSTEC and other nations to participate as observers. किसी भी ग्रुप में you enter in different stages. जैसे observer, then there is a stage after observer you became a signatory, then a full-time member, then a participating member and then a full-time member. So ऐसे कुछ stages होती हैं जिसमें आप ग्रुप में permanent member बनते हो. जैसे there is a group called as SCO, full form Shanghai Cooperation Organization. India was not a member of SCO earlier. We were just a observer, but we became member of SCO I guess in 2018 में हम उसके full time member बने, and then we continued attending that summit every year. This last year the summit was online, ठीक है, virtual summit था, और उससे पहले तो सारे summits like in the COVID era, all this international diplomacy was on the hold. Like before COVID, you remember, मोदी जी के लिए तो जोक बनता था कि कभी इंडिया में भी रह लिया करो. He was continuously going out for attending one or the other summit in any other international nation. But after COVID, अच्छा, one advantage of COVID was there was no such infrastructure earlier. Like we were forced to go out. ऐसा नहीं है कि मोदी जी घूमने के लिए जा रहे थे. If you want to present India's points at international domain, at regional organization or some international organization, you have to be physically present there. All right. So expanding the membership of the BIMSTEC countries, this is also what they have agreed. Then reconstruction and reduction on the number of sectors of cooperation to 7, and member state will serve as a lead for a sector. Each member will work on one sector. For example, Bangladesh will work in trade. Bangladesh is a growing trade hub. Do you know that the textile industry of Bangladesh is even advanced than us? And you won't believe, most of the branded products that you buy, एक तो नकली वाले अलग है, branded products भी जो आप buy करते हो, like Levi's and all those basic brands I'm saying, all of them are manufactured here in Bangladesh. So Bangladesh will increase their role in trade, investment, development. Bhutan in environment and climate change. Bhutan is world's only carbon neutral country. I hope you know this. It's a carbon negative country. That means the emissions there is next to zero. Like there is a complete carbon capture happening there. Whatever emissions they are doing, they have that much trees that can absorb that much carbon. Then India will work in security including energy. So if you know the role of India, India plays a huge role in securing this Indian Ocean region. एक तरीके से इंडिया का प्रेजेंस से इन सबको सिक्योरिटी भी मिलती है. Alright, so we will play that role. Also energy security. We supply, export energy to Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives, not as of now, but earlier we have helped them to build some plants. Then Myanmar, Thailand से हमारा direct energy नहीं है अभी export, but very soon maybe that can be a new area. Myanmar will work in agriculture and food security. Nepal, people to people contacts. Sri Lanka, science and technology innovation, and Thailand in connectivity. So each country has picked one area and they will work in that sector. This is what charter is saying. ये चार्टर में वो सारी बातें होती है कि सब जैसे मॉरल वैल्यूज, जैसे बचपन में सिखाई जाती थी ना, मॉरल एजुकेशन, आप टाइम से उठोगे, टाइम से हर काम करोगे, टीचर की इज्जत करोगे, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. बट डू वी फॉलो ऑल दोज मॉरल वैल्यूज? ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि दे विल फॉलो ऑल सेम. देन व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ BIMSTEC फॉर इंडिया? व्हाई BIMSTEC इज इंपॉर्टेंट? फर्स्ट, aligning with India's Act East policy. We have a policy to engage with all the eastern countries, Act East policy, जिसके अंदर we will help India to gain trade security prominence in Indian Ocean region and Indo-Pacific region. Act East policy does not ends till Myanmar and Thailand. Act East is even Indonesia, ASEAN countries. Have you heard of ASEAN? Association of Southeast Asian nation. China and the complete Indo-Pacific region. So वहां पर हमें ये countries help करेंगी. Like Thailand. India is right now planning to construct a transnational highway till Thailand. Not just highway, railway. One type of corridor I have just explained, INSTC, Chabar. The other side, India is also developing similar kind of network systems along with the cooperation of these countries. We are planning to develop a trilateral transport system connecting India, Myanmar and Thailand. But again, there is a problem. Unstable Myanmar. Right now, again, international current affairs, Myanmar is going on a military coup. There is no democratic government right now in Myanmar. Military has taken over their government. So all these dealings with Myanmar has completely stopped. Alternative to SARC. Like I have added one comparison that how BIMSTEC is different from SARC. It is a probable question in exam. Okay, how BIMSTEC is different from SARC. But here right now it is an alternative to SARC. Following India's efforts to isolate Pakistan in 2016, SARC summit in response to Uri attack. So there was a summit in 2016, but they have attacked our base, Uri. You remember the Uri attack, movie bhi as per. So then Uri happened and then Pulwama happened. So after this, like if you remember when Narendra Modi took over as a Prime Minister for the first time, he tried to engage with Pakistan. He visited Pakistan once, Nawaz Sharif. In a marriage, it was an informal kind of a meet, but at least the Indian government at that time tried. But what happened after that? Again, these kind of incidents happened, and then India have decided that we will not engage with Pakistan in any forum. In any forum. So there was a summit, SARC summit, India boycotted it. SARC has again agreement that even one country does not attend, the SARC summit cannot happen. So from 2016 till now there is no SARC summit that has happened, and that is the reason BIMSTEC is gaining importance. So BIMSTEC has emerged as a preferable regional cooperation platform offering alternative to SARC and South Asia. It can act as a counter to China. So guys, Belt and Road Initiative is not just in the Central Asia, it is reaching Bangladesh. Bangladesh has officially joined BRI. You know this? They are part of BRI. Sri Lanka they have reached, Maldives they have reached. I have given you examples yesterday. So if you engage with all these countries through BIMSTEC, it will help us to counter China. Across Southeast Asia, India views this growing presence as a challenge to its regional dominance. To counter this, India is taking a leading role in BIMSTEC and promoting it as an alternative platform for regional cooperation. Simple point. Then the next significance is promotion of intangible culture. Like irrespective of different cultures, still there are many things that unite this BIMSTEC countries. Can you tell me what? Buddhism. Yes or no? Buddhism unites us. Then cultural practices unites us. Many festivals are same everywhere, although celebrated in a little different manner, but there is a good people to people contact in this region. Like very recently, Nalanda University is in news. We just inaugurated just 2-3 days back. It will act as a center for Bay of Bengal studies. So if anyone wants to pursue their education in this region, you can reach Nalanda because it is officially dealing as a center of Bay of Bengal studies. Art and culture and other subjects related to Bay of Bengal can bring in new insight and research in intangible heritage of the region. Platform for regional cooperation, it will bring together countries from South Asia, Southeast Asia, providing a platform to enhance regional cooperation. This is an important point. SAARC is South Asian Association. ASEAN is Southeast Association. So if you can revise geography in your mind, in South Asia, countries like Myanmar, Thailand are not there. South Asia is India, Afghanistan, technically Afghanistan is not South Asia, it is Central Asia, but still it is part of SAARC. So Afghanistan, India, Bhutan, Nepal, all these countries are South Asia. And then there is ASEAN, Southeast Asian nation. BIMSTEC lies somewhere in the middle, connecting the two regions. So it will help us to have a dominance in ASEAN countries, other ASEAN countries as well. So this is again an important point. And then it has promoted deepening cooperation in security matters, management of humanitarian assistance, disaster relief. All these points are common. Like all these countries are helping each other in all these atrocities. Like during COVID, we have provided free medicine under Mission Sanjeevani to all these BIMSTEC nations. Then we have helped them in different disasters like Nepal. If you remember, earthquake, we have helped them. Bhutan, we have helped them in many earthquakes. Tsunami, we have helped Myanmar and Thailand during the tsunami of 2004. So, humanitarian assistance. Now, very quickly see how BIMSTEC is different from SAARC. Establishment, it is established through Bangkok Declaration. However, it was established through a charter by the members in 1985 in Dhaka. So SAARC is much older than BIMSTEC. Members, if you can see, there are 2 members who are not in each of the group. बाकी सारे सेम है. Alright, both it has 8 members, 1, 2, 3, 4, Pakistan. Okay, again you count them or not, it is one and the same thing. So it has 8, it has 7. However, 2 members which are not part of SAARC are part of BIMSTEC. Then geographical focus, it is more of Southeast Asia. SAARC is South Asia. Intra-regional trade, it has 6%, it has just 5%. Key strength, it connects SAARC countries with ASEAN, reasonably friendly relations among the members, practical cooperation in 14 sectors. However, now these 14 sectors have been reduced to 7. Long-standing regional forums, numerous agreements have been signed, but again of no use. Headquarter. Both the groups have a headquarter. So headquarter of BIMSTEC is located in Dhaka. Again, not of no use because nobody is talking about SAARC. Leadership, balancing of power with presence of Thailand and India on the bloc. However, India perceived to be as a big brother of smaller members. Like this is again common even in BIMSTEC. India is, or at times India act as a big brother. We deliberately impose certain things on other countries. ठीक है, हमारा देश है तो हम ये नहीं कह सकते ना हम सब कुछ अच्छा कर रहे हैं. Although intentions are for our own benefit, but not every time these intentions are favored in that country. Like people of Maldives, they are going against us. At least the opposition party are going against us. There is a anti-India sentiments which are developing in Nepal. There are anti-India sentiments again in Sri Lanka. Okay, because of certain policies of certain governments in both the countries. Like when Congress was in power, there was a different dimensions with Sri Lanka. So similarly, you can relate with every country. So can you understand the difference between BIMSTEC and SAARC? Then very quickly the challenges in BIMSTEC. What are the challenges? First, lack of efficiency and slow progress. Like, they are not meeting regularly. Nobody is eager to, have discussions. Rather than growing regionally, do you know there is why the importance of these international groups are decreasing? It started from America. There is an era of deglobalization going on. Do you know this? Deglobalization. What is globalization? Integrating the world, having common market and treating the world as one. Like, it is because of globalization, anything which is found in America you can find easily here. Easy access. But there is an era of deglobalization. It started by America, Donald Trump only. America first. Suna hai, America first. He is promoting America's interest. He is not bothered about the other people or other countries. Now when America started doing this, the other countries will also start doing this. So there is a wave of this deglobalization started in Europe. Then Brexit happens. You remember Brexit? Britain came out of European Union. So regional groupings की importance तो अपने आप ही कम होती जा रही है, slowly and slowly. But still, if you can say that it will turn zero, ये possible ही नहीं है. Because now we are dependent on other countries. Every country is dependent on the other countries for some or the other good. ठीक है, वो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. आप ये कह लो कि सब कुछ अब इंडिया में ही बना लेंगे, पॉसिबल नहीं है. So lack of efficiency and slow progress. BIMSTEC faces a challenge due to inconsistent policy making, infrequent operational meetings, lack of adequate financial and human resource for its secretariat. मतलब काम ही नहीं हो रहा है, because nobody is contributing. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना सारा पैसा इंडिया लगा देगा and others will take advantage. So it has to, like, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना हर बार पार्टी अपने फ्रेंड्स को आप ही दोगे, या तो शेयर करो या एक एक करके सारा शेयर करो. So limited intra-regional trade and connectivity. There are examples like BBIN corridor. BBIN stands for Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal. Again, focus on the geography of Northeast India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan. Agar think of this way, if we want to go to our northeast, what is the way? You will cross Chicken's Neck. Let's say you want to go to Tripura. You will cross Chicken's Neck. You will enter the northeast, Meghalaya, Sikkim, all those countries you will cross, or all the states you will cross, and then finally reach Tripura. Do you know this complete route? It will take around 3 to 4 days for you to reach Tripura. Rather, what if Bangladesh give you access? Let's say you want to reach Tripura from Kolkata, you enter Bangladesh and exit Bangladesh and reach Tripura. It's a much shorter, less costly, fuel saving, time saving route. Similarly, if you want to enter other northeastern states, Bhutan will provide the access. Bhutan is a country that is against India in one sector, that is transportation. They do not allow Indian vehicles to enter their state, their country. Why? They are very concerned about their environment. हमारी तरह नहीं है. कैसी भी गाड़ी, have you seen Indian trucks? Almost every truck in India is overloaded, and irrespective of different countries and irrespective of different states that you are coming from, किसी भी स्टेट से आप इंडिया में हो, अगर let's suppose like largely you guys are from Maharashtra, but ऐसा नहीं है. When you come to Delhi and you see trucks here, they are running as per law. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So सबसे बड़ा इशू यही है कि इंडियन ट्रक्स एक तो बहुत पुराने होते हैं, प्लस बहुत पोल्यूटिंग इन नेचर होते हैं, and that is why they are very susceptible about allowing transportation networks. So motor vehicle agreement के भी against थे वो, और BBIN कनेक्टिविटी प्रोजेक्ट के भी अगेंस्ट थे, बिकॉज इफ दीज 4 कंट्रीज विल agree on such a connectivity projects, that means trucks from all 4 countries will come in Bhutan, all 3 countries rather. तो जब इंडिया के ट्रक्स की हालत है, नेपाल और उन बांग्लादेश के भी वैसे ही होंगे लगभग, ठीक है. सो दिस इज अ बिगेस्ट चैलेंज बिकॉज the Bhutan is against this, so there is a very limited intra-regional trade connectivity. Now, despite signing free trade agreement in 2004, BIMSTEC stands far away from this goal. Of the 7 constituent agreements needed for FTA, only 2 are in place as of now. यानी free trade agreement already sign कर लिया है, but it is not implemented in real ground. You will learn about this free trade agreement in economy in detail. ठीक है, ये इकोनॉमी का एक बहुत बड़ा पार्ट है, ये समझाने के लिए बहुत कुछ और समझाना पड़ेगा. सो लेट कीप इट फॉर योर इकोनॉमी टीचर टू कम एंड एक्सप्लेन यू. Then despite BIMSTEC's goal of economic cooperation, regional trade remains low. In 2020, India's trade with BIMSTEC country is only 4% of the total foreign trade. India-Myanmar border is called as Asia's least open border. That means although there is a possibility of good connect, but this border is least open. There is geographical reason as well. It is densely forested, okay, marshy land. The geography is not suitable, like there is rains, heavy rains, flooding like situation in this border, but still we are not whatever advantage that we can take of the international trade, we are not in a position to do that. So BIMSTEC members trade more with non-members than with each other. So this is the biggest concern. वो ज्यादा ट्रेड किससे कर रहे हैं? बाकी दूसरे कंट्रीज से ज्यादा ट्रेड कर ले रहे हैं जितना आपस में कर पा रहे हैं. So that means this is the biggest flaw. The next challenge is in maritime trade and fisheries. Bay of Bengal is rich in fishing ground, boosting annual fish catch to 6 million tons, which is 7% of the world's total, and extensive coral reef. According to FAO, which is Food Agriculture Organization, the Bay of Bengal is one of the illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing hotspot in Asia Pacific. So the challenge is environment plus exploitative fishing. This region is home for exploitative fishing. Other issues that these member countries will face are facing is refugee crisis. Right now there is a very big refugee crisis going on between Bangladesh and Myanmar. Even India is also a party to this. Then India-Nepal border issues. This is very also on and off, like India-Nepal border issues we have just discussed yesterday. Then Myanmar's domestic political instability after the military coup. This is also I have explained. So these are the challenges for the BIMSTEC. What is the way forward? Way forward is finalizing the BIMSTEC Charter, which will provide the much legal framework defining the purpose, structure and functioning. It has now happened. So that means from now onwards there will be a little positive approach that you can see in BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC Master Plan for Transport Connectivity. I have explained the biggest issue was connectivity. So improving transport, its finalizing will outlines a 10-year strategy to improve regional infrastructure like road, railway, ports, boost trade, create jobs, facilitate the movement of people and goods. BIMSTEC Convention on Mutual Legal Assistance in Criminal Matters. Like this is also one of the issue. Especially countries like India struggle in this. Do you know there are many illegal activities that are performed in BIMSTEC countries, like Bangladeshis, trafficking going on in that belt. In Myanmar, although in northeast portion of India, all those insurgent groups which are active, they carry out illicit activity here and then they run to Myanmar. Now why India will struggle? We do not have a kind of a treaty, extradition treaty to tackle all those criminal activities. So we are working, like the way forward is BIMSTEC Convention on Mutual Legal Assistance in Criminal Matters. This agreement fosters cooperation in tackling transnational crime, a major threat to regional security, facilitating information sharing, evidence gathering. It strengthens law enforcement capabilities. Need to implement projects like Bay of Bengal Large Marine Ecosystem Project of this is Food Agriculture Organization, and GEF is Global Environment Facility. Okay? To curtail the IUU fishing, that is uncontrolled international, I'm skipping the full form of IUU. It is related with the environment sustainability, okay, like tapping the fishing, unregulated fishing. Then BIMSTEC Technology Transfer Facility, to bridge technological gap among the members. The TTF based in Sri Lanka will facilitate sharing knowledge and expertise in key areas promoting regional development. Cooperation between diplomatic academics and training institutions. For example, do you know that India trains IAS, not IAS, administrative services for Bhutan. Like they train in India. For Afghanistan, their armies train in, they used to train in India. Bhutan, like when you go to Labasna, you will find some batch of Bhutanese people training with you in Labasna. Bhutanese armies is also trained in IMA. So this is what we called as cooperation between diplomatic academies and training institutions. It will promote regional cohesion and sense of community. Now, don't you think if a bureaucrat of Bhutan and bureaucrat of India both trained at one place, they will share a mutual respect to each other? So let's say both of them are on the negotiating table. They can negotiate better. So right now we have engagement with Bhutan. Why not with other countries? So we can increase that. Then develop institutional framework. India should consider creating organizational setup to promote peace and prosperity. It also necessary to establish successful institutions for BIMSTEC similar to South Asian University under SARC. Like Nalanda University is one such alternative for a similar kind of initiative. Promote citizen engagement initiatives like BIMSTEC Parliamentarians Forum, student exchange program, business visa schemes that can foster close ties and sense of regional community, increasing cultural ties. So these are the way forward. I hope everyone understood BIMSTEC. So was there a, okay. So before writing this question, let us note down some important points from BIMSTEC. Everyone understood BIMSTEC? Any doubt from here? Okay. First of all those who don't know the full form, please write the full form. Bay of Bengal Multi-Sectoral Technical Economic Cooperation. Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical Economic Cooperation. It has 7 members. Note down the members. Just add headquarter in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Just note down the members. आप लिखो बे ऑफ बंगाल, ये मिल जाएगी शाम को आपको, मतलब जस्ट आफ्टर द क्लास इट विल बी अपलोडेड ऑन द पोर्टल. सो फॉर मल्टी सेक्टोरल टेक्निकल इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन. Headquarter is in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Done? Okay. Just note down that it was adopted through Bangkok Declaration. It came into existence through Bangkok Declaration in 1997. Bangkok Declaration. Came into existence through Bangkok Declaration. Okay. Then see, more than why this topic is in news, what is more important? This organization. ठीक है? So I am not focusing on the charter. अभी आपको भी focus करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Rather focus on what is this group, understanding this group. ठीक है? तो simply move on to the significance of BIMSTEC. Give us a heading, significance of BIMSTEC. Just first point, it will help India to align with Act East policy. Help India to align with Act East policy. Then alternative to SARC, counter to China's BRI. Counter to China's BRI. Then promotion of culture. Promotion to culture. Then note down platform for regional cooperation that connects South Asia and Southeast Asia. platform for regional cooperation that connects South Asia and Southeast Asia. Then humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Next significance, ठीक है? Humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Done? Okay, this slide is not important. Challenges, फटाफट लिख लो. Lack of efficiency and slow progress. Lack of efficiency and slow progress. Limited intra-regional trade connectivity. Limited intra-regional trade connectivity. And simply write regional issues in bracket Rohingya, India-Nepal dispute, and then challenges in maritime trade and fisheries. Challenges in maritime trade and fisheries. Done? Okay, way forward you can note it down later. Just note down this question. And see, this question is very recent, 2022. I hope you can answer this question from today's discussion. First, read the question. Yes guys, can you answer this now? All the points that you require to answer this are from today's discussion. ठीक है? See, even how Indian foreign policy objectives realized by forming this new organization. You can add points from the Citizen Charter. Oh, it's not Citizen Charter, the BIMSTEC Charter. BIMSTEC Charter में यही सारे तो points है how Indian foreign policy objectives are realized by forming this new organization. Whether it be trade, whether it be gaining cultural ties, to economic ties, to industrial ties, to climate sustainability. ठीक है? So please attempt this question today. ठीक है? Okay.